Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. So today is Friday, September the 12th, 2025. And today we're going to be doing something, stamping something of an idea from the new mini catalog. So this started last week on the 3rd. The mini catalog went into effect. So if you are familiar with the annual catalog, they have some templates in there for cards and scrapbook pages, and they carry that on to the current mini catalog. And so on page 14 of the mini catalog, you can open it and look at these templates. Okay, so they give us a variety of cards, tags, and scrapbook pages. And so today I am going to be working with one of those templates, actually, a card template that's the third one on the top row. Yeah. So I am going to be using some Painterly Pears Designer Series paper. And so I'm starting with a piece of Secret C cardstock as my cardstock base. I'm going to give you the measurements for that card because it's kind of hard to tell, right? You look at the card and you're like, I like the sketch. I like the layout. But it's a little bit hard to decide what the measurements should be. And so I thought if I give you the measurements, that would help you create a card like this. And it's endless what you can make with that layout, just that sketch, that layout. So let's get started. I'm going to be using some ephemera packs, the Good Times Mix and Match ephemera pack, and also the Greetings for All, which is all sentiments. I'm going to be using those. We're going to make a simple card today, and I hope you like it. So let me put the camera down. Less chatting, more stamping. Okay, I should say more creating because there's really, can't think that there's going to be any stamping. So yeah, this is the card I'm going to be making. This one right here. Okay, and obviously I'm not going to use exactly the same products I'm not going to use a circle. I'm going to be using some cutouts. So let's get started. I have this piece. It's 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it at 4 1/4. So I'm going to fold that in half. And then I have a white piece for the inside because being dark cardstock, you need something light to write on. Okay, let me give you some measurements. I did cut my paper already, so it would make it really easy. Okay, so the first thing I did was I made sure that I had some paper left that coordinated. And then also, which makes it really easy with our DSP because everything kind of coordinates in the pack. So what I did was I cut just 3 1/4, a piece of 3 1/4 long. And then I just decided to chop that piece up rather than trying to finagle different little pieces. I thought if I just cut it 3 1/4 and then I could work off of that. So my first piece that I cut, I used this DSP. Okay, so on this side, it's this color, which is the In Color Darling Duckling. Okay, and then this has got all the other colors. And I wanted to make my card go this way because the pear, I'm kind of anal this way, but the pear is going this way. So I kind of thought I should make it go this way. Okay, so the card in the sketch is really more like this, right? But I'm flipping mine and making it go landscape. Okay, so, and then I just cut off of that. So the first piece you need to cut is, it's 3 1/4 wide. And then the first piece you need to cut is 2 3/4. So this first piece was 3 1/8. What did I say? 3 1/4. Oh gosh. 3 1/8. Okay. By 2 3/4. So 3 1/8 by 2 3/4. And that's going to go on there. And then the next piece I cut was 3 1/8 by 1 1/8. And then I'm going to flip it up this way. Make sure these fit. I hope they do. Oh, wait. I'm like, oh, no. Make sure my pear is going the right way. This was the whole intention. See, and that gives us a nice border. Okay. And then the next piece I cut off of the 3 1/8 piece 2 1/4. So I cut 2 1/4 by 2. So this one is 2 1/4 by 2. Okay, and I'm going to put this one up here. And then the next piece is this piece, and this is 1 5/8 by 2. Okay, so it's off all that same piece, that long piece that was 3 1/8. Okay, so this is how I'm going to lay it out, just like that. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down now. And that gives me nice borders all the way around, equal borders. All right, so I think I'm going to make a sketch of this with the measurements. Maybe that would help you guys, because I was going to write that in my catalog, those sizes. And I'm like, well, that'll help me, but that won't help you guys. Okay, so I will make a sketch and I will just give you the measurements. The main thing is, any DSP you pick, just pick one that you like the front and the back, and you can make it work. Okay. And I like both of these pieces. I think you need one that's a little lighter and one that's a little darker. Okay, now I am going to go to my Good Times Mix and Match. And this is item number 165353. And I hope they're still current. These are the self-stick. Okay, so you get 2 sheets, 3 different designs. So you get 2 sheets of this one, right? And then you get 2 sheets of this one and 2 sheets of this one. And I'm telling you, they are very diverse. So you get wreaths, you get fruit, you get clouds, bee, a pie, you get flowers, hearts. I mean, you really get everything. Get some things that you can color in. Okay. And I'm going to use the pears. So I see this pear right here. So I'm going to use the pear. So that's my first thing. I'm going to pull that off. And I'm just going to pull the whole thing off rather than just pull it from the sticky. I'm just going to pull the whole thing off. And then I'm looking for another something that I like that I think goes with this kind of theme. And I'm almost liking this little potted plant. The books are nice. I really like the books. I even thought of these little flowers. There's little flowers and you can color them in. There's a bird. The bird's really cute. I think I might have to use the bird. The bird will really add something down here. And I have this leaf that's kind of the same color as the pear. It's a little bit too much the same color. I have this big black leafy thing, and I'm thinking I have this black pear. That's different. I might put that on the inside of the card. So what do you think? I'm thinking, I'm going to go back to this. And even though this is red and I'm really not, it sounds like my neighbors are mowing. I'm going to, I don't know if I want to, I kind of like the books. Let's do the books, because look at that. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is, and if you don't want them sticky and you want them popped up, you can, take the sticky off. You can use your embossing buddy, and you can take the sticky off the back. I'm just going to stick them straight down. All right, so they're very sticky once you take this off. Yep. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to put the pear down first. So they're nice and split for you so you can get them started. I love that they're actually user-friendly. Oops. And I was so impatient that I tore it. Oh, Trevis. I tore the backing. Oh. My gosh. You don't want them to stick to your glass. Never fails. There we go. Okay. So let's do the little pear. Big pear, I should say. Let's do the books. This is a cool, this is actually a cool thing. The books lined up. And then I like this bird. If you don't have fingernails, which I do have fingernails, but sometimes it's easier just to use take your pick tool. How cute that is. Okay, now, sentiment-wise, I'm looking at my sentiments and I'm thinking this would be a really nice card for, you know, someone who's maybe get well card, or thinking of you. I've got this sending hugs. That's super nice, sending hugs. Missing you. So many nice sentiments in here. Thankful for you. Get well soon. Ooh, it's kind of big though. Kind of could put it right here. It might be kind of nice. I don't know. Sending hugs is sort of popping out right now. Get well soon is kind of long and big. I don't know. Maybe it would be cute there. Nope. I'm going to do get well soon. Just made a decision, just like that. That's kind of how I roll. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over because I don't want that. If any sticky goes over, it's going to go right onto my glass. So I'm just going to put this at the top of the books, kind of like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to put some adhesive on this. So my sister-in-law informed me that she's doing cards for like at her church for people who are homebound. So I'm thinking I'm going to be making her some cards, and this card would be perfect for that. Did I get on there? Did I get it? Maybe that was on there. Okay, so I'm not going to put any embellishments on here as far as gems, because sometimes when you mail them, those gems will pop through the envelope, and I know she's going to mail these out, so I'm not going to put anything on here. So that's my card today. Super simple. I will put the measurements in for these squares, and hopefully that'll help you, and you can make it this way if you like. Okay, which is kind of the way it's designed in the sketch, but I like it this way. So thanks for watching today. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri, and I will see you on Tuesday. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. Bye.